Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Denonu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And I'm gonna definitely make this a short video. I'm not gonna jump into it because it's really not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, this isn't gonna be like a breakdown video or anything like that. It's just me giving my thoughts on the new trailer here. And I think it looks good. This is the one trailer that kind of, I guess, is the plot trailer. You know, it basically gives you idea of where they're taking, you know, the plot in the movie. And I think it looks good. I mean, it's showing you all the key notes that you want to see. You got Iron Man, you know, in his new armor, the Guardians in there. You got Gamora explaining Thanos' backstory to who I assume is, you know, Thor, not Iron Man, but because he was, you know, definitely wasn't on the Milano, that's for sure. But you know, and it explains, you know, why Thanos is doing what he's doing with balance and everything like that, and it's showing, you know, the Black Order behind them and things like that, so you're getting, you know, an idea of who these characters are, things like that. It's doing what a trailer is, you know, supposed to do. Like, this was the, you know, the big money. You know, the big money one. I'm assuming we may hopefully get one more. They're probably saving it for the movie, but I was hoping to get at least one big final trailer before the movie comes out with Thanos, you know, cracks that moon or that planet and throws it down on them, you know, because that's going to be really big. But they're probably saving that for the actual movie. But I mean, it looks good. I mean, you got Spider, you know, it's basically everybody showing off their stuff. Like, you even got Spider-Man with his, you know, a new Iron Spider suit, which looks weirdly amazing. I'm not a big fan of the design, but I like how it kind of looks like, what do they call that? I forget what it is, but it's that old school medieval chainmail. Well, not chainmail, but it's like if you ever look at like an old Captain America comic, it's the way they used to do his blue part of his outfit, where it's like layers on top of layers, that scaled look. I didn't think it was gonna have that, but I guess that's pretty cool. And it's just basically, I mean, Marvel's doing their damn thing. I mean, I wasn't really gonna make a video about this, but I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. I mean, it's just more of the same. I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna do based on a few scenes that I saw. Thanos is talking a lot about balance, you know. So I don't know. I think they're going to change Thanos' backstory up a little bit. So he may not be going after, let's say, Mrs. Death's affections for him. You know, that was a big thing in the comic books. It wasn't necessarily the balance aspect. Is he just wanted to impress her. So his biggest thing was like, I'm going to kill the universe, you know, in your honor. And, you know, that's going to, get your attention to look at me. But they're making a big deal about him having the gauntlet and everything. And I like the fact that Gamora's like, you know, with the snap of his fingers, he could take out half the life in the galaxy. They're making a big deal of that because in the comic book, when he first got the gauntlet, that's what he did. He snapped his fingers and like half of the universe died. So that's how I want like the ending of this movie to be. I want him to like to get all the stones, and at the end of the movie, they just be like, and then like, you know, credits come up. And then at the beginning of the next one, that's where you pick up and let's say have like half the universe just disappeared. They're gone. You know, Captain America, Iron Man, whoever, you know, they decide is just gone. And then whoever's left has to be the people who take down Thanos, you know, because I think that will be an interesting way to do it and to build the suspense and to keep the suspense going until your next movie. Because you're going to have people are going to be on the edge of their seats. And at the end of the movie, as long as they don't like spoil it in some kind of end credit scene or whatever, just end your movie and people gonna be like, damn, I wonder what happened, like, you know, or like, you know, are they gonna be, you know, in the next movie or not? You know, you can end it like that, you know. And then when people, you know, then when the next movie rolls around, they're gonna, you know, go in droves to go see it, you know. So but outside of that, like I said, it wasn't really a whole lot. I mean, I can talk about it. I mean, I could nitpick the trailer and go through and I think this is gonna be in there based on the scene, but no, I've never been one of the guys to do that. I mean, it is what it is. I don't have to sit here and explain things to you. I mean, I'm going to treat you like you're smart. If you've seen the trailer, then you already know what's in it. Based on like previous comic book knowledge, I can't really say how they're going to do the story, because this is nothing like how the Infinity, you know, Gauntlet story was. So they're taking aspects from what I think is going to be part of the Infinity Gauntlet story and part of the story when the Black Order came into things in the past few years. So they're like mixing and matching what's going on. One thing I do like is all the different character shots and stuff. Like, I can tell this movie is going to be amazing just based on all of the different characters clashing together. Like Rocket and Thor may be a thing, you know, because he's hanging with Thor. I'm guessing they're trying to forge his new hammer, which I think it was spoiled already, but it's going to be Stormbreaker, the hammer that Beta Ray Bill had. I'm hoping they make it look like Ultimate Thor's hammer, which was something similar. Because Stormbreaker in the comic books is gold, so it's like a gold hammer. But in the Ultimate Universe line of comic books, it was pretty much the same thing, but it had a longer handle to where you can, two-hand it, and it was silver rather than gold. So I'm assuming they're gonna go with that, maybe make the handle shorter. But you got Star-Lord talking to Iron Man about, his plan. And then, like, I just can't wait to see that dynamic on screen, because that's going to be big. You're going to have Iron Man be like, so that's what that feels like. Doing like when Batman disappears on people and people be like, man, that's rude as hell. And then, somebody do it to him and it's like, they can do a moment like that of where Tony Stark is realizing how arrogant he is by watching Star-Lord do it to him. You got Captain America and Bucky's gonna probably have a thing when they go back to Wakanda. I'm hoping that when War Machine gets there, they use some of that, that Black Panther medical technology to fix his legs, because it looks like he's walking with some kind of brace thing. I'm hoping that while he's there, they just be like, we got you, just sit on the table, you know what I'm saying? We'll get you in a little bit. We got to fix Vision and we got to fix you too. So I'm hoping that goes around with that. Curious to see, I know somebody's gonna probably die, and from what I'm hearing, they're gonna do like a time travel thing in the movie. I'm guessing that's gonna be a Doctor Strange thing, since he has the time gem, and I'm assuming that's gonna, whatever the outcome of this time travel is, it's gonna probably, I would hope that it's gonna change the Marvel MCU going forward, because that was like a big thing in Doctor Strange, was like consequences of messing around with time and big stuff. So I'm guessing when they go back in time, let's say like if Cap dies or Iron Man dies, or let's say Spider-Man dies, they're gonna go back in time and try to fix it. Let's say Thanos gets all the stones and snaps his fingers, destroys all the universe, and they lose. I mean, granted, I don't want them to do it like that way, but let's say if this movie, let's say he gets all the stuff, snaps his fingers, and they lose, and he wins. They go back in time to change it to make it so he don't get it. I'm hoping that's not this movie, because that's kind of like a lazy way out of doing things. Like I said, I want him to get it at the end of the movie, and then just in the next movie, they beat him or they win or do whatever. But if they do go back in time, unless they fix it and come back, they stop him or whatever, or try to stop him, I should say, then you can change things and have like repercussions, and you can have like bring in, I don't know, I forgot what his name is, but the black guy from Doctor Strange, the guy who played Mordo, bring him back and have him go after Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange 2 based on some of the changes that, happened in Infinity War. But outside of that, I mean, it looks good. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Thanos' backstory, because I hear they're going to do a little bit of that. They got to explain who he is. So I would assume they're going to change the character, because Thanos' story is kind of dark, so to speak. And it wasn't a bright, hopeful movie. I mean, granted, he's the bad guy in the movie, but still, I don't know if Marvel wants to do that in this PG rated, movie for adults and kids. So they may not be willing to do that. But outside of that, I mean, it looks good. I mean, you got Thanos wearing the armor, doing his damn thing. Captain America trying to hold back his 2 little fingers. I thought that was kind of weird too, but Thanos is big as shit, so it makes sense. You got all those character shots of them running and everything, and it's gonna be big, YouTube. This movie, when this movie comes out, or was it like next month? It's gonna be on point. I don't think it's gonna be as big as Black Panther. I don't think it's gonna make that amount of money, because that was kind of like an event by itself that was driven by culture along with the Marvel MCU stuff. So I don't expect Infinity War to make Black Panther's level of money. you know, because I think is that over $1 billion now? I know it beat out Justice League, and it was still going as #1 movie last time I checked. So I don't know if that went over, you know, if that breached $1 billion yet, but I would assume for this movie, I wanted to do better than Black Panther. I wanted to do, you know, be like their biggest movie they've ever done, you know. But I just have a feeling that since by Black Panther, there we go, by Black Panther being such a cultural success and a movement success, that's going to be bigger as far as, you know, it's going to do more money than this. This is more driven by, you know, the studio and the movies that they want to produce and things like that. This doesn't have none of that extra baggage, if you want to call it, attached to it. So this isn't going to, you know, change anything as far as that. So that's why I think this may be just under Black Panther. Like if Black Panther made $1 billion, this is going to be probably either close to $1 billion. It's going to be high up there. It may be like the #1 or #2 movie, whatever that list is. If Avengers did $1 billion, that was because it was like the first time they, you know, you've seen something like that. But this isn't the first time. This is just their end game movie, so it's like the biggest spectacle one. But I just don't think it's gonna be like their #1 movie. I mean, I could be wrong. It could blow back Black Panther out of the water, but I just doubt it. I really do. Black Panther is a movement by itself, so it's one of those things where I think it's gonna be up there as far as like one of their highest grossing movies, but I don't know if it's gonna be more than Black Panther. To be honest, because Black Panther still has the rest of its movie going life to go through. I think it's only been out for like a month, maybe a month and a week, or a month and a half, something like that. So it still got like another month to go to make money. So it's gonna make even more money. So when this comes out, I think it's gonna be up there. Like I said, it's not gonna. I would assume it would be just under Black Panther. Whatever Black Panther makes, this is gonna be like right behind it, maybe in the hundreds of thousands, the hundreds of millions. Maybe $1 billion, maybe, you know, $1 billion up there with Black Panther, but maybe just under that. But I don't think of anything else. I'm trying to think of anything else I can talk about. They showed a little bit more of the Outriders taking down Bruce Banner wearing you know, the Hulkbuster armor. I'm assuming he's gonna go Hulk inside of it and bust out, because I think they already got toys and everything that show that. So that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm interested to see more in Thanos' backstory about when he takes Gamora and all of that. I'm interested to see how the Black Order just whoop ass, because I know they have to show that, because they have to show that why they're a bigger threat. So they're not gonna have like Captain America fight like, you know, the big guy and just have Captain America whoop that ass. Like, no, it's not gonna happen. When they come to Earth, they have to whoop all the heroes' asses. Like Iron Man's gonna come up with his new armor, get that ass whooped. Captain America's gonna get that ass whooped. They have to show them why they're the, you know, as Iron Man put it, why they're the A game, you know. So that's just what I think. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. My name is Denonu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. I will see you guys in the next one.